Hey everyone, it's Tina. So glad you're here on my channel. I've noticed so many people fall into this huge manifestation trap. They think manifestation is just listening to subs, repeating affirmations, and doing visualization work. Like, if you knock out that daily routine, you're somehow doing manifestation right. But once you really grasp the law of assumption, you realize none of these techniques are manifestation itself. They're just tools to help you step into and stay anchored in your end state. The real question isn't, did I get my 20 minutes of visualization in? It's, what state am I occupying right now? You've got 24 hours in a day. If you only spend 20 minutes living from the feeling of already having what you want and slip back into that old state of wanting, lack, and I don't have it yet, for the other 23 hours and 40 minutes, your 3D reality will only mirror the dominant state you live in most. When these manifestation rituals turn into a box-ticking exercise just to make yourself feel better, you're really just putting on a show for yourself. Techniques are the means. Your state is the whole point. Listening to subs, looping affirmations, visualization, all of it is just support. Their only job is to shift how you see your desire. Right now, you might doubt what you want, feel shaky, half convinced it won't happen. These practices repeatedly reinforce new thoughts, imagery, and feeling, slowly rewriting those old scarcity beliefs stuck in your subconscious so you lock into that new identity. Your everyday moments, that's where manifestation actually happens. Most people miss this critical truth. You don't only manifest when you intentionally sit down and do your practices. You're manifesting constantly because you're always occupying some inner state. Walking down the street, scrolling your phone, chatting with people, checking your bank balance, staring at your current circumstances, the thoughts that pop up automatically, the words you blurt out, the emotions that hit you out of nowhere. These aren't random distracting thoughts messing up your manifestation. They're a direct readout of your real state. And those unguarded automatic reactions carry the strongest creative power. When you're relaxed and not forcing anything, what you truly accept as real sinks straight into your subconscious and projects outward nonstop. Neville put it perfectly. The world is yourself pushed out. What you project isn't that forced positive mindset you drum up for your 20-minute practice. It's the identity and inner state you default to, naturally and effortlessly, all day long. Let me give you a simple example. Say you want consistent income. Every night before bed, you spend 20 minutes listening to wealth subs, saying affirmations, visualizing your bank balance going up. But during the day, you scroll takes about how rough the economy is, how hard it is to make money. The second you check your balance and see nothing shifted, your heart drops and you instantly think, see, making money really is this hard, or I still can't pull this off. You keep consuming negative content and venting about how tough it is to earn. A lot of people assume this reverse manifestation cancels out all their practice work, but that's not what's going on at all. There isn't some outside force sabotaging you. You slipped right back into that old scarcity state. While practicing, you briefly touched the state of abundance. But when you look at your current balance or consume pessimistic takes, you default straight back to the old identity. I don't have enough. I can't get this. These two states clash, and your 3D will always respond to the state you stay in longest, know best, and believe in the most, the scarcity state you live in unconsciously all day. You do not get what you want, you get what you are. You aren't only a manifester when you're doing your practices. Whatever state, whatever identity you embody, that's what you manifest. The automatic beliefs you carry day to day are infinitely more powerful than the positive state you're faking during your routine. Attention is the only offering you give. Whatever you keep your gaze on grows stronger. On attention, there's that iconic line from poet Mary Oliver. Attention is the beginning of devotion. Whatever you consistently place your attention on, you sanctify and bring into form. If you fixate on what's lacking, scroll nonstop through negative content, rant about how stacked the odds are, every single day, you're pouring all your focus and devotion into I can't have it, I don't have enough, things won't work out. Those short 20-minute nightly practices can't compete with a full day of feeding lack consciousness. Neville Goddard's words back this up perfectly. An idea is endowed with power only in proportion to the degree of attention fixed on it. An idea gains power equal to how much attention you give it. Attention fuels ideas. Sustained focus shapes your reality. Manifestation was never about checking boxes on a rigid practice schedule. What matters way more is noticing where your attention drifts all day. Your habitual thoughts, the things you say out loud, the feelings you carry inside, the split-second reaction you have when your 3D contradicts your desire. That's when you're constantly sending signals and shaping your reality. You can't expect results if you only hold that empowered belief for the half hour you do subs and practices. Then spend the rest of your time spiraling in self-doubt, fixating on what hasn't shifted yet, and obsessing over whether it'll show up. So what do you actually do? Intentional practice builds the scaffolding for new beliefs, but what truly steers your manifestation is the state you automatically fall back into once the practice ends. Manifestation work is all about staying aware of where your attention goes. It doesn't stop once you finish your routine. Awareness is ongoing. And this awareness isn't about catching yourself spiraling when 3D doesn't match your desire, then overanalyzing, why am I thinking this again? It's a simple alert, like a traffic light. I've drifted out of my end state. Whoa, I'm not living from the end right now. Once you notice that, shift your state, plain and simple. Don't try to manage that negative thought. Don't fight it. Don't try to erase intrusive thoughts. Don't wrestle with old mental patterns, and don't trace where it came from. Thoughts are just fruit grown from your state. You don't need to pluck and fix every single piece of fruit. You just change the soil. Ask yourself this: if my desire was already 100% mine, what identity would I hold and how would I feel right now? How would the version of me who already has this look at this exact situation? If anxiety spikes hard, you're totally unraveling, and your 3D is stagnant or even throwing curveballs that mess with your head, don't force yourself to calm down first. Go straight to visualization. Close your eyes, sink into that drowsy, relaxed headspace, and relive the moment your wish is fulfilled in your imagination. Feel that natural, unshakable sense of fulfillment. Cycle that feeling until it feels just as real as a memory. Imagination is your most powerful creative force within. It bypasses anxious overthinking and logical doubt to rewrite your core state. You don't have to be calm to visualize. Visualizing consistently is what brings you calm and certainty. Lastly, let's break the deadliest manifestation myth out there. So many people treat manifestation like a chore to check off. I did my visualization, ran my affirmations, listened to my subs, task complete, I can zone out now. But here's the truth: you're not practicing manifestation. You're becoming the version of you who lives at the end. When you're firmly anchored in your end state and that new identity, you won't obsess over hunting for 3D signs, count down the days waiting for results, or panic every time things look unstable, because someone living at the end doesn't ask, when is this going to arrive? For that version of you, it's already yours. Hold fast to your end state, not because you nailed every technique perfectly, but because in your inner imagination it is already fact. Facts don't need you to grind and strive. They only need you to assume and abide in them. Go live from your end. That place, and only that place, is where you truly belong. Alright, that wraps up today's video. Thanks so much for watching. May you love what you choose and own what you love.